This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain shocking revelations, violence, and sexual themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Mansion of Madness. It was written by Fred Behrendt, and it's from a collection of Mansions of Madness. It's available from Drive-Thru RPG. Keith Craig is our keeper of arcane lore, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by David Gasway as his character, Mike Higgins. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. David?
Thanks, Tom. So the Hammer sent us down out of Arkham to see after his missing bookkeeper, Andy Keatling, who came down to Boston a few months ago when his ma died, but has gone silent since then. We popped into his dead ma's house, and he was clearly living there for a while, but he ain't been lately. He ain't made a note in his diary since the middle of September, so I'm thinking he got hit by a bus. Andy had fallen hard for a tomato named Josephine Garcetti, so much so he was shelling out for her creepy paintings. Although, if the painting called Sylvan Night is a self-portrait, I can't blame the guy. She also had some in with Crater, with whom Sandy was hoping to make a bootlegging connection, but she says Crater died months ago. The last known whereabout we can figure is a speakeasy called the Sailors Club, to which the doll in question summoned Andy at 11 p.m. one night. A few of the boys went there and learned that Josephine is on Crater's hit list, also that publicly Crater is still in charge. Fern and I went to check out the hospitals, no luck. But I spotted a piece in the paper about a police raid in the woods north of town. Some human sacrifice cult called the Sylvan Night, just like the Garcetti doll's painting, and a mention also in Andy's diary. The lady who ran the cult escaped the cops and just might be Josephine's bosom pal, Andrea. But that won't matter, probably, because Fern and I went back to Andy's place, and she thinks she just saw him staring through the back window of the house. I'm going to go say hello.
All right, excellent. All right, we'll pick up where we left off. We got Fern and Mike, and when you kind of yelled out the back door there, Mike, you saw Andy turn and start walking away.
I mean, what the heck, guy? We're in his house. Fern, I'm going to go and see if I can catch up with the fella. It's dark out here. Give me give me a light.
All right, here's a torch, but I mean, he didn't look right. He had some sharp teeth or something. I don't know. I'm coming with you.
Yeah, all right. It's pretty shady out here. I mean, but it's weird he didn't say anything. So yeah, let's, hey, Andy, slow down. We'll be right with you.
When you do that, he kind of looks back, and then you see him pick up the pace and start running.
What the hell?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Can you sprint?
Yeah, I can move.
All right. So both of you give me a Constitution roll.
Oh, hell. 89 says I face plant in the backyard.
So you lose one movement point, so your movement goes from 9 to 8.
Pitch black out here.
Got an 85 out of 55.
Okay, all right. So what was your movement rate there?
7.
7. So you go from 7 to 6. Well, the good news is that I also failed, so he lost a
Oh,
movement point also. So if you got an extreme, you get to increase your movement rate. So I'll bring up the little map here so you guys can quickly see the where you're going to be running through. So, how the chase rules work there, Fern, if you haven't done a chase before, essentially you kind of move from point to point. It kind of abstracts it so it doesn't quite blend it all together. You guys are at, I have you guys marked at point 1, and essentially, Andrew's a couple spaces ahead. You just saw him take a turn right after point 2. So, for all intents and purposes, he's at point 3 there. And we'll hop down into Dex order. So, Fern, you have a movement of 6, and Mike, you have a movement of 8. So, Mike, you get 2 actions that you can take. One of those actions can be move forward, or any other action that you would like to do.
Yeah, he's already spooked, so part of me wants to just fire into the air and say, "Hey, guy." But he's already acting strange, and if Fern said he looks weird, maybe he's sick or something. You know, uh, the rumor about this Josephine being, he could have the clap or who knows. So I'm just gonna, I guess, is there any way I can assist Fern's so she can help her? Is there some way I can help her keep up with me as an action?
Yeah. What would you do to
I
to
guess
help her
just
out?
if we linked arms, then I could try to hustle her along so that I
Sure,
head solo into the
sure.
night.
All right, with that, why don't you guys both give me a dex check? So, kind of, because running with your arms linked can be a little bit challenging.
oh my gosh. I got a 49 out of 45. Can I spend luck on that?
Yes, you may.
Can I make it a 45?
Yes, you may.
And
Will
I
that
got
pass?
a 29, which is a hard success. So
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're kind of able to kind of move her along. So she'll be able to kind of keep up with you, Fern. What you're going to be experiencing, if you've ever had like someone run, they're kind of pulling on you, and you're really just everything you're doing just keep your legs just underneath you is kind of where you're at. Okay, so that's one action point. The next one you want to move on ahead to point 2.
that's right.
All right. So as you cross over on point 2, you're coming to that corner there, and you see him, and you see he goes down. He's about maybe half a block ahead of you, and as he goes by, there's some trash cans that were kind of put out, and he's going to try and just kind of jump over them. 21. That is a fail, and he does not have luck too. So he hits in, and he kind of trips over, and he doesn't quite fall down because I didn't roll real bad on his how many action points he loses for that. But he is, instead of moving 2 spaces, he is now at point 4. So you're only 2 spots behind him right now. All right.
Andy, hold on. The hammer's worried about you.
He kind of you see him kind of glance back, but then he kind of he kind of fell down. He caught himself with one hand, and he pushes himself back up and starts moving again.
Except for the erratic behavior, and he didn't clear the trash cans. Is he moving normally?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Come on,
Fern, what do you want to do?
Do I have
You can't use your movement to move because Mike's essentially dragging you.
Okay, I would like to kick off my shoes. I have heels on, so that will probably help me run faster.
You could do that for free. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a deep breath and then keep trucking along.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I want to shoot anything.
Sounds good. Okay. All right, Mike, you are up.
Go really fast.
That route, we're moving sort of on alleys and narrower streets, and it's 10-ish, right? They're later now.
It's probably later. It's probably pushing midnight.
Right. So it's real quiet, and I don't necessarily want to rouse all the locals.
Yeah.
And there's no obvious destination. He just seems to be running in panic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next time we run past some alley garbage cans,
Mm-hmm.
I wanna peel off a lid from one of them and see if I can chuck it at him.
Okay. Well, there's garbage cans right in front of you that was going to be an obstacle anyway, so we can, instead of you trying to dodge around in or jumping, you can instead make a throw roll.
Mm-hmm. This is really a Hail Mary, unfortunately. Oh, I only need to spend 4 points to make a success at 20.
Okay. I'll roll to see what. Ooh, good roll. So he loses 1d3, and I rolled a 6, so you essentially knocked him down, right?
Exactly.
His whole he's got 2 action points, so he's going to get up and before he even gets to try and do anything. So he's stuck at point 4. You guys are at point 3 because I assume with your other action point you're going to move forward one.
You bet.
All right, Fern, what are you going to do?
So we're still moving forward.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull something random out of my purse and chuck it at him too.
Okay. What do you want to pull out of your purse?
It's a very heavy hairbrush.
All right.
Yep.
Give me a throw.
Okay. I have 20 on throw, so this is gonna go great.
What I had.
Oh God, no, it's a 93.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably like when I actually try and throw a ball in real life, it just kind of goes like nowhere near where I intended to. So yeah, there goes your hairbrush. All right. Okay, Mike.
So he's wearing an overcoat and a big slouch hat, and I'm, like panting up to him and stopping and like gonna grab him by the coat and pull him up.
Okay, all right. So you have never seen his face full on, so you can make your sanity roll as you see the creature that was revealed at the end of the last episode.
Well, 17 is a solid roll there, but
okay.
Josephine has something worse than the clap.
Yeah. Oh, he kind of like kind of looks at you, and he gets like a kind of a creepy giggle.
Jesus, Andy, what the hell happened to you?
Goes, I've been lost in the void for long. I've been dreaming of my mistress.
Yeah, well, the hammer needs you to do the books. Are you coming in? What? Fern, are you all right? Guy, I gotta tell you.
Keatling wants your help. The one in the void wants your soul. I know not what I want.
Keatling wants you. You are Keatling, Andy.
I'm the dream of a mistress lover, part myself, part Keatling thing, and part something greater than all of us.
Jesus. Is this a Silver Knight thing, Andy?
The Silver Knights was a name for an older religion, one that worships the thing that hangs in the void.
Right.
She is coming. I must go now.
Why don't you come with us? We can,
He kind of starts turning like, into like a smoke, and in your hands, he just kind of disappears. But his coat stays because you had your hands on it. So he just kind of turns into a smoke and goes down one of the sewer drains, but you still have his coat in your hands.
I think I need another sanity roll. That's worse than teeth.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. You too, Fern.
21. I am hard to phase. Modern art and also scary shit. I just don't get it.
I failed it.
Okay. At 1 point.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Uh,
Fern, we've got his coat.
I'm gonna go shine my flashlight down the sewer grate.
It looks like what you'd think a sewer grate would look like.
Very confused. And out of breath. Completely out of breath.
Yeah.
Like dabbing the sweat off too. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most biggest workout I've had. Sorry, Mike.
Need a smoke?
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So we'll cut back to the Sailors Club where you got Arlo awkwardly dancing with a flapper, Patrick talking to one, and Sean realizing that ladies aren't attracted to him.
Leering, I think it was.
Leering, yeah.
We're doing Charleston.
Yeah, the Charleston and all. And when the band stops, she kind of yeah, she she's friendly with you, and when you said last time you were checking to make sure she's not messing with your wallet or anything, she just seems like she's like a lady that likes to dance, and you're an attractive guy.
Let me buy you a drink.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
We'll head back over to the table.
Okay. So she comes over there. She's like, "My name's Millie."
Hey, Millie. Arlo.
Oh, Arlo, and this is Bobby, and and this is Sally.
That's Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'll join him at the table and bring over some more drinks.
All right. Oh, they're going to just make a small talk with you, unless you wanted to ask in anything specific.
Well, we were previously asking them in last session about Josephine and Andrea.
Yep.
And, so I'd like to continue to pull that thread.
Yep. Yeah, I know what they'll go. Yeah. Bobby's like, yeah, well, she's like, I'll try and get a hold of Andrea tomorrow, and you guys come back here tomorrow night, and I'll let you know how we did, and hopefully I can introduce you. It'll help you if you got a good looking guy for her.
I think I can arrange that. So same time, same place.
Oh yes. We try and make it every night of the week.
That's commitment.
Well, you only get one life, and it's the 20s are roaring.
That's right. You get one life. Why not spend every day of it in here?
At a bar. Yep.
Well, boys, we good in here? Is there anything else we wanted to ask these gals?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, let's go try and find Fern and Mike. See where they got to.
Hey.
Righto.
All right. So as you are headed out, we'll say it's like about 1 a.m. You come to the doorman's still there, and he's like going, "Don't forget your gear you checked."
Yep.
Goes, you guys have a pleasant evening. Yeah.
You as well.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking out, I mentioned to them, they got a little hidey hole back there. Not surprising for a place like this, but
Yeah, for speakeasy.
something to keep in mind.
Probably got that stores back there, but
yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like a pretty mild place to me, didn't you think?
Yeah, didn't seem too rough.
Nope, not by my account.
I mean,
Those
I'm not
girls were
wrong,
really
right?
pretty.
The girls were a little more than just friendly. Yeah. So I guess we got a date with Andrea tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, do you think she think she can deliver the goods on this Josephine chickie?
I don't know. I'm wondering if we should maybe stick around in the shadows and watch the girls going wherever they're going.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that.
Yikes.
Shot just
All
kind of
right.
recedes into the shadows.
Okay.
Please, we're all not like moral fruitcakes or anything like that. We're hardened criminals.
Mhm.
All right. So that's the plan. You guys gonna hang out there and try and see and leaving?
We don't know if they live anywhere. She might not even be talking to Andrea until tomorrow anyway. That might be a waste of time.
That's if
Let's
she
go
can
back and
find her.
yeah. Let's go back and see what Mike and Fern have been up to.
I think they went to the hospital.
Yeah,
They should be
done
back
with
by
that
now. Yeah. I'm getting kind of tired too.
Back to Andrew's house.
All right.
All right. All three of you give me a spot hidden.
Nope, no dice.
Oh, apparently I'm falling in the gutter too. I got a 000.
He like
God damn it.
tree branch hit you. What level did you get there, Patrick?
A regular.
Okay. All right. You guys make it back to the house, no problem at all. Okay. All right. And Fern and Mike, I'm assuming you guys came back to the house to enjoy a little wine.
Yeah, I'm drinking the rest of the bottle of wine to rehydrate after my physical activity.
You got it.
Chain
Guys.
smoking and trying not to look at the paintings.
Well, we covered it back up. So
Just avoiding the room in general.
Yeah.
so what's wrong with you? Y'all look pale, out of breath.
Well, there's first of all, Fun, I'm sorry to have yanked you out into the dark like that, but I'm very grateful you came with because otherwise associates would have me put away into a nut hatchery. So we saw Andy. He ain't dead. He wasn't hit by a bus.
We found him.
Where is
He
he?
came back here to
He came back
check
here
in.
to peer in through the kitchen window, standing in the shadows, all creepy like. That's his jacket over there, his overcoat.
So he probably saw you in here and was wondering what we were doing here.
He saw
see
us
you.
in here and he ran out into the darkness like he was afraid of us. And then we followed him and I called out and he just tried to evade and I pegged him with a trash can lid.
It was a good shot.
You know, my arm ain't what it
Impressive.
used to be, but it was nice. So we caught up with him. His face is all ruined. His eyes are sunken and weird and kind of glowing, and his teeth are all, I mean, they look like animal fangs.
It's like he's been in some sort of altercation, huh?
I thought maybe some ruining disease. And then he spouted a bunch of really nutty stuff.
Well, sounds like he's hitting the dope.
Yeah, so a reasonable assumption, I think, at that point. He called himself partly the Andy thing, and also said something about his, what was it, Dark Mistress, he said?
Dark Mistress, yeah.
So
Josephine?
he's into the kinky stuff.
Follower. Yeah. And I kind of wanted to corral him in, right? So we could sit him down, maybe clean him out, clean up, give a cold shower. So he grinned at me, and then he evaporated into smoke.
Oof.
And the smoke went into the sewer, and I was left holding his overcoat.
Okay, that's funny, but what really happened?
Yeah, what the hell are you talking
Nope.
about?
That poof.
So wait, are you just speaking in colloquialisms that he slipped out of the jacket and got away from you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't mean he really
smoke.
turned into smoke and went away.
Yeah, I am being entirely literal and factual in this regard.
How much have you had to drink?
So
There's not enough, Pat. There's not enough. And if Fern wasn't there, I would think I was crazy myself.
it's a magic trick. It's some sort of magic trick.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
you
some kind
see
of Houdini.
Magician turns into smoke and disappears off the stage, but there's a hole in the stage.
He didn't look, he looked not so much magical as extremely sick and maybe not entirely human.
Oh,
And listen, also, I fetch out the newspaper article. The hospitals didn't know anything, but there's this article about a bunch of cultists the police raided. They caught a couple, they killed a bunch. There was a human sacrifice that got killed. The head cop was called Pat Devlin. So somebody who's got good face is going to have to go and talk to him because they caught 2 cult leaders, but one escaped. And it's a feminine type. So I'm thinking it's what's Josephine's for Andrea? Josephine's friend, right? Because Andrea was so when I was holding, I was this close to Andy's. His face was messed up. I asked him if it was something to do with the Silver Knight because that's what the cult was called. The police raided, and he said, "What did he say, Fern?" The
Said
Silver
something.
Knight is a religion of the past, and he's part of some bigger future. So he's around, he's alive. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
And then
But
kept talking about a void. And
Yes,
that
yeah.
and that Keatling was still in the void, or someone was in the void, but it reminded me of the void painting in
Yeah.
there.
About
Well,
to
he's-
say, is that the name of one of those paintings?
Yeah, the
Okay.
the worst of the 3 bad Paytons.
Yeah. Kind of spooked me.
Well, he's
okay.
avoiding us.
So look,
How do you catch a man who can just blow away?
it's got to be a magic trick.
Yeah.
It's dark.
I don't know. I don't know who the ham
is.
is hiring to do his accounting, but he's getting into some freaky shit.
Well, look,
This is
here's
weirdo.
here's the bottom line of the question. We came here to look for him.
We
Is
found
he
him.
is he no longer loyal? Is he working for the bad guys, or I mean the other guys, the other bad guys, or is he caught up in some bullshit thing? Sounds like you're talking about he's gotten roped into some sort of cult, you called it.
Drug cult. Yeah.
And do we need to rescue him? It didn't sound like you wanted rescuing from you.
I don't think he wants rescue, and that doesn't mean he shouldn't get rescued. I don't know what Hamill would want.
And he's got a mistress. We all got mistresses, but you're talking about something else, I think.
No, yeah, he means, yeah, that
He means whipping.
yeah, a boss lady,
Yeah.
not just a side piece.
What do we do?
no.
Do we hunt him down? I guess we got to hunt him down.
Yeah, we got to bring this guy in, teach him a
You say
lesson, I
He
think.
went into the sewer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he knows the Hammer's business, but maybe they don't care about that in Boston. And also, the guy doesn't seem like he's talking to anybody. It doesn't even seem like he's living in his house. He's living maybe in the sewers.
Yeah,
Our
he's
evening
a-
was a little more fruitful. We talked to some whores at the brothel, the speakeasy. They're going to try to put us in touch with Andrea tomorrow night.
I think that's the lady who can tell us something. Unless
And
she
they said that they hadn't seen Josephine in a few days,
I
but
guess
they know who she was.
wasn't it one or both of them kind of fell out of the good graces of that Kratos guy.
Yeah.
How can you fall into the graces of a dead guy?
I don't know. They must have done something to piss him off when he was around.
So
Well,
you said the Sailors Club is a crater joint?
Hmm.
well,
It makes
hang
sense
out
because
there.
it's waterfront, but Crater's not the boss anymore. And is there a Crater? Did they say Crater Junior?
Or create a brother, or create a senior, or who knows?
Someone took over the business.
Might be a
Maybe it was a
family.
hostile takeover.
Me.
I mean, are they Italians? Kratos?
They're English, right?
Oh, they're English. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So we can't expect there's 15 brothers and 35 sisters. Um, because the English use contraception.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know too much about their hierarchy and all that, but I mean, it still seemed like nothing had changed at that place.
How was the hooch? Because, Ham is interested in making a Crater connection to bring some new bottles up to Arkham.
Not bad. They had a pretty good porter.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of joint was it? Because you guys didn't want me going in because you thought it was a brothel.
Actually, it was the kind of place that you would have fit in like a glove.
Ugh.
But you've
Even
gotten
looking
hit
for
on
a
by a bunch of
singer.
And
guys.
instead, you ended up chasing down smoke in a sewer. Sorry.
I lost my hairbrush and broke a heel.
I saw a
Jeez.
piano.
That's just the worst.
So
Man.
maybe you could put on a little show there for them. But you're gonna get hit on by all the guys.
Oh no. That'll make me feel better.
There's some
What
a
real
shame.
shady looking fellas there.
I'm sure
You know,
Furman
that
hate
ain't a bad idea. If we wanted to infiltrate that place, we can't guarantee your safety.
Oh, I can guarantee my safety. I'm used to it. Well,
Oh.
did they have a group? Do they already have a singer?
Well, was there a singer? There was a band.
Yeah. There was
They
band,
didn't
but
have a singer. Yeah,
We didn't see the
they
singer.
didn't.
Oh, maybe they need a singer.
There we go.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I know how to get in there. You
But the
just
group
walk
of
in and
girls
get up
was-
on stage.
The girls were friendly enough. Though they're not I don't think they were all money grubbers either, because they didn't pay any attention to Sean.
What? He usually gets all the girls.
Well, he gets all the girls who want the money.
I guess not the English ones.
I think they were being a bit picky.
It's Irish hatred. Irish hatred. That's what it is.
Okay, you don't want anything to do with Cromwell and his lot.
No. Mm-mm.
So what next?
Who's in favor of taking these paintings into the backyard and smashing them up and burning them in a trash bin before we sleep in this house?
Well, you're really kind of obsessed with those paintings, aren't you?
I mean, they're no good.
Sandman, I'll tell you, not only are they creepy, but they match the crazy talk that Andy gave us, and he had teeth he looked like a shark at the aquarium. He's not there's something very unhealthy.
And
Yeah,
the
they might be
poofing.
worth some money. Might be able to get someone to sell them off to
Why don't we-
one of these idiot
why don't we
avant-garde
sell 'em?
types.
I
Take
mean,
it
the
to
only
a pawn
reason
shop tomorrow.
Yeah.
and Andy bought them because they had the hots for this Josephine lady. It's not like anybody wants to see those paintings.
We don't want to saddle somebody else with this junk.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
with
but
the-
we don't know what it's worth. You know, a lot of that art in the museums looks like junk to me.
Mhm. Yeah, you know these fancy types. They like that weird shit.
But you know what? If you don't feel comfortable with them in the house, we could always put them in the basement or something.
I mean, the basement's where the wine is, so I don't want to screw up the wine.
It's just paint.
It's just they're covered up.
It's
Yeah,
a
we
paint
cover it
thing.
up. Whatever. I don't want to sleep in the dead broad's room. Can we at least divvy up otherwise?
No, that's Fun's room.
Yeah, dibs. Doesn't bother me.
I'll sleep right there on that nice red velvet chair. It'll be the first time I've slept sitting up.
I'll go up to
Anyways,
the
whatever.
dead lady's room and grab an extra blanket pillow and then come down and toss it at Sandman. Here you go.
That's nice of you. Thanks.
All right. And I make my way back upstairs, not looking at the paintings.
Yeah, you can just shut the door to the room they're in.
Yeah, maybe nobody sleeps in the library with the paintings.
Well, they want to admire them all night. Let them sleep in there. Jeez.
Don't have to tell me
Yeah.
twice. I'll just sleep on the floor.
Yeah, I can sleep on the floor if there's no
There's
other
two more
beds.
bedrooms upstairs.
All right. Well, if everyone's gonna sleep on the floor, I'll take a bed.
Yeah.
There's no other beds.
There's Andrew's bedroom, and then there's his sister Sarah's bedroom.
Oh yeah, sister's room. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm an
Excellent.
info, so I'll sleep downstairs and make sure nobody comes in the door. That's about bang, that's full.
I'll take Andrew's bed and I'll split it if somebody doesn't snore.
Quiet as a church mouse.
And we
Which
gotta figure out who's gonna go to the police in the morning and see if they can talk to the
Oof.
I could do that.
cultists.
That'd have to be Patrick because he's the face.
Yeah, and Fern can continue to pretend to be Sarah. And oh, that's what we told the hospital, that Fern was Sarah, his sister.
The good guys.
Right. So it sounds like you guys are laying it down for the night.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you probably after that, it's about 2 a.m. by the time you get down. So we'll say 10:30. That's you guys are used to kind of operating later in the day anyway. So you're getting up about 10:30 in the morning.
Well, I was going to say, obviously nothing happened, but I was going to say that I'm going to stack some cans or something up in front of the doors so that if somebody
Right.
opens the door, it knocks them open. It's not on.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Did Abigail leave any Maxwell House? Chock full of nuts?
Sure. Yeah.
One
I'll give it-
scoop to the whole thing of coffee because that's the way you make it. Oh, it's not the depression yet.
Yeah.
One
What?
scoop per cup of coffee.
Yeah, so I'll
had
take
a
morning
question.
coffee duty.
Right. Yeah, I'll have some coffee and maybe eat something little that was here.
I'll scramble some eggs.
And then I can run on over to the cop shop and try to see if I can get some information out of them.
Okay. Awesome. So you're headed over there. Has anyone joined in, Patrick?
Again, I think it's not a bad idea if Fern pretends to be Sarah. And if you say you're worried that your brother might have gotten caught up with this unknown lady, that might be, so the cops can't necessarily identify Andy, but maybe the surviving cultists can, some kind of line like that.
I'm going
Okay.
to go into the library here,
Mhm.
and because of what Mike said, I'm going to sort of look through the books and see if there's any weird books on mythology or monsters.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity.
All right. And so you're looking for a book. Fern and Patrick are going to the police station. Sean, what you going to be doing?
I'm gonna see if there's any. I guess I'll go. I'm not really like a library kind of guy. I don't have any skill in that.
Sean,
But I might go check out like the newspapers in the library and just see if I can find anything on the Sylvan Knight and see if there's any other references to it anywhere else.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have an ad in the newspaper for their cult.
Yeah. I don't know.
Excellent. And then Mike, what was your?
I feel like we still, even if Andy's out of the picture, Hammer wants to figure out another line of moonshine up to Arkham. So I'm going to see if I can figure out another means of approach to the crater group, because I don't understand who's in charge. And if there's a power vacuum, then it's something maybe Hammer could take advantage of. And the more I can learn, the better.
Okay.
I suppose I'll start at the laundromat. They probably do business during the day, but maybe they can tell me something.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. So we'll start with the Arlo. So you're kind of going through the books and all. So give me a
library.
It's going to need a hard spot hidden or a regular library use.
Okay. I am not. Let's see, library. I got 24 out of 25. I'd have to spend 12 points to get a hard in spot hidden. I'll walk back up. I'll spend the 12 points.
All right.
Okay. Points. Oh, I didn't start with so, okay, there we go. All right.
Okay. So as you're kind of going through, you find this one book. It looks a little older. It is called the Scriptures of the Riven Valley.
What a strange book, The Scriptures of the Riven Valley.
It is written by Flann O'Leary.
Flann O'Leary.
Mm-hmm.
So good boy, Irish boy.
Yep. And as you are kind of flipping through it,
passage from the Scriptures of the Riven Valley. Many stories of the area seem to have their basis in old Indian legends regarding a being that dwelt somewhere in the shadowlands of the hills. This god could contact those that wanted through their dreams and command them. Often those who would dream of this being would be driven mad. These unfortunates would end up being expelled from their tribe and forced into the wilderness to make their way on their own. The area was taboo to the tribes of the area, but occasionally one seeking wisdom or knowledge would, regardless of the risks, sleep in these dark and forbidden hills. An old woman told me a story about a neighbor who once, after suffering a particularly terrible series of nightmares, slew his entire family with an axe before hanging himself in his woodshed. The old woman told me that the man had always been a good husband and a father, but apparently lost his mind. She remembers her uncle telling her that old Martin Garisetti, hey, there's that name, was a good man until they moved out of town and into a new house he built for his family on the slopes of the mountain. The house was built in an area shunned by the local Indians. The house still stands and is presently occupied by other members of the same family, although none of them seem to have been afflicted by any form of madness. The Gunderson party was among the first whites to make a home for themselves in the area, and despite the warnings of the local Indians, built their first rude settlements among those hills the Indians so assiduously avoided. Although the early settlement seemed to prosper for the first year, it was not long before tragedy struck. Apparently, during the long winter, one of the settlers lost his mind, and they were discovered by visitors from nearby Pittsburgh. All the miners and their families were dead, apparently killed by wolves. Their faces terribly bitten and chewed. Only one man's death was caused by other means, a single bullet wound to the forehead, an obvious suicide. Oddly enough, the marauding wolves did not see fit to ravage his body as they had the others. Well, that's a rather gruesome story. I'll bear that. I'll keep that book with me, and as soon as everybody's gathered back together, I'll I'll read them the gruesome tales and see what Mike's reaction now to sleeping in the house might be, since he seems to be a little bit disturbed by strange things.
Mhm.
But
All
other than
right.
that, I don't find any like picture books of monsters.
No. All right. And Sean, you said you were gonna go to the library and try and look up like a Sylvan Knight kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look at the newspapers primarily. I think I'm gonna have to probably recruit like a librarian to help me with this, just because I'm not a library kind of guy. But I'm
Mhm.
looking for Sylvan Knight and anything on the Crater game. Like if there's any references to that, like in police records or arrests, or
Mhm.
not records, but like stuff that's showing up in the newspapers.
All right. Give me a well, if you're employing a librarian, um, give me like a just a luck. Yeah, just a luck on that because
39 out of 40. Nice.
okay. So as you're kind of looking, the only thing you find that mentions Sylvan Knight is later newspaper article than the one that Mike had found, and it talks about the two cultists that were captured and how they were found dead in their cells. Apparently, that both of them had their throats bitten out.
Okay. So they were killed in prison.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Anything on the Crater game, like when they first started showing up in the newspapers, like if they show up at all.
No, not really. You know how the mob can kind of control their story, and so yeah, they're definitely kind of keeping their name out of it. So yeah.
Okay.
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 All right. So we'll cut to Pat and Fern coming to the police station.
Yeah. So, all right, Fern. Before we go in here, what's our story? You're Sarah, his
I'm
sister.
Sarah Keatling, the sister. I'm just worried about my brother. I think he's caught up with these cultists. We haven't seen him, although we did see him last night. But
All right. So you're Sarah Keatling. That'd be your maiden name. It's your last name's Dempsey now. I think that's
okay.
a fitting cover. We're shacked up. I'm trying to help you find some closure to find your brother. He was affected by this cultist case in the woods north of town here. So we're trying to see if we can talk to maybe the officer in charge of that case and see if we can't get any more information. Maybe we can talk to some of the people if they still have him in custody. Ask some questions, figure out where Andy might have gone.
And
then
from
if
the
we can-
paper, it's Patrick Devlin.
Devlin. All right. So
Yeah,
we'll see if he's in there and if
Detective
we can
Devlin. Yeah. Okay.
if we can access some of the case files and see if we can't find anything mention of Josephine or Andrea in there. And then I would just be over the moon if they had some of these cultists sitting in a cell in there we could talk to.
All right. So you guys come in and you got the the people in the waiting area and you see the desk sergeant. He looks up and he's like going here for a report. Or you turning yourself in?
Good morning, sir. Neither. We're actually looking for an audience with Patrick Devlin.
Sergeant Devlin? Is he expecting you?
No, actually. So we're looking for information on a case that he was working. We read about it in the newspaper, and it's of some import to our family. And we were wondering if we can talk to him for a moment and see if he could give us any insight on it.
Well, I'll see. I'll call down see if he's busy. Gets on the radio, a little intercom system, pulls down, and he's like, "Hey, Pat. Yeah, I got some people here wanting to talk to you about a case. They say concerns in you. You got a little bit. Okay. Yeah, he's on his way.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. So in a little bit, the door opens and you see a guy come out. He's wearing a light beige suit. It looks like he's bulked up a little bit since when he bought the suit. But what you do notice is his left hand is bandaged, and you notice that he is missing his pinky. And he comes out and he goes, "Someone looking for Sergeant Devlin?"
Good morning, Patty.
Oh, good morning to you. I'm at a loss. You are?
Patrick Dempsey and
Oh,
Sarah Dempsey, maiden name Keatling.
Oh.
We're well, we read about that case that you busted up in the woods north of town here. Them kooks in the woods.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
we were wondering if could we come into your office and talk to you about this for a moment?
Sure. Would you like some coffee?
I would.
Yeah, he goes by as he walks in. He kind of, hey, can you get 3 cups of coffee for us? And he goes in. He comes into the office and he goes, "Please have a seat."
Yeah, Sarah, let me take your coat.
Oh, thank you. Just thank you so much for taking the time for us, Detective.
It's no problem. My plate cleared off on that case just a couple days ago. So
Oh, the cultist case?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what we're
So
here to talk to you about.
Oh, well,
it's very
what?
important to us.
Oh,
So Sarah's brother Andy, we found out it later, may have been, to what extent, I don't know, involved with some of these people, or at least affiliated with, and we
Mm.
haven't seen him in weeks.
Oh,
And when we heard about this case break-in in the paper, well, we put 2 and 2 together and thought there must be some connection. Do you have, is the case still even open? Is it?
um, we're still looking for one last member of the cult. The chief of the cult. Everyone else is deceased.
Deceased, none in custody.
No, they're not.
Jeez. Didn't
do you
go down
have
without a
a
fight, eh?
do you have a list of the names? Do you think my brother was wrapped up in all this?
If he was definitely was going by an alias because I didn't recognize the name when you mentioned it.
Andrew? Oh, thank
Mhm.
goodness. Okay.
So
So,
yeah.
so this person, this missing the chief, you called them. Um,
Mhm.
do you have any idea who they might be, or is this a person unknown?
No, we have her name. It was an all female cult. So another reason why I knew that
Oh,
Andrew would have not been a member of it. It's a Garcetti is the person we're looking for. Josephine.
Italian
Yeah.
figures. Um, any idea of her whereabouts? Had she fled town, or is she still around somewhere?
Well, if we knew where she was, we'd have her, or she'd be dead. I suspect she's hiding out somewhere in Boston, but unfortunately, we've got no leads.
Hmm. So Andy wasn't, at least among the rank and file. Uh, and then
Definitely not.
these other folks that expired, if you will, what kind of people were they? What were their day jobs?
Most of them were, kind of, you know, women of ill repute. The you heard of the flapper movement? You know, them, they're women with women that are loose morals, sleeping with every guy in town, drinking, and now with cars, they're able to, just have a hotel room that they can just ride around in.
Terrible, awful.
Yeah, well, you see what happens when you the sexual morals of the time goes down. It's just one step away, a slippery slope from violence and human sacrifice.
Yes, we need to keep all that under lock and key always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I mean, thank God we got rid of liquor. Well, we're getting rid of liquor. We'll get it taken care of eventually.
Yes, but pox upon our society. So, this Garcetti, was she at the scene when you made the raid?
One of my sergeants, one of my troopers, he said that he saw her, but she got into a car and got out of there before we were able to get her stopped. With, yeah, there's a bigger group than we were expecting.
So were they just able to identify her by sight? How did they know that she was who she was?
Well, once you've seen this woman, you won't forget her. She's definitely a temptress.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Sarah, to talk so about such
tearing at the fabric of civility.
Exactly. Once we start getting rid of the sanctity of marriage, what's next? Socialism?
Boy. Yeah. How's that going in Russia right now?
Exactly.
So
how did you even know all this was happening out in the woods?
Someone that was concerned informed us about that, and we were able to, track him down. I mean, my officers, they're good, but a lot of them had a hard time, attacking women. Like I said, it was all female cult, and rightfully so. I mean, unfortunately, you shoot a couple women, and suddenly the papers think you're abusing your power. But
yeah, what were they doing out there?
Oh well, I hate to say it in front of the lady. They were out there. They were naked. They were putting knives into this woman in places where knives aren't supposed to go, not just the neck, and just essentially just torturing her in the most vile way ever.
Goodness gracious.
Why?
Hell, no standards.
No standards. Kids these days.
But we'll find her.
This is all a little jarring to hear. I don't know how to follow that up. Sarah, is there anything else that we were wanting to learn here from Sergeant Devlin?
I'm just so glad that we have policemen like you protecting. It's
and Sarah, one of the things you can take comfort in is like these women, they did not sacrifice men, and men weren't part of the cult. So Andrew, maybe he got a little tempted by this Josephine, but she wouldn't have harmed him as part of her rituals. So I'm sure he's okay. But if you want to file a missing persons report, uh, we'll more than happily get on it.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna try to make a persuade roll.
Okay.
Say, Sergeant, I know the case is still open and hot, but do you think for just 5 minutes I could take a look at the files?
Okay. For that, you need a hard persuade or a regular law.
Okay, let's see. No, I guess got a regular persuade.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, no, I can't, compromise the case and all. Them lawyers, it's like the criminals got more rights than us law-abiding citizens.
Oh yeah, every I's got to be dotted and every T crossed. I get it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
your time, sir.
All right. Well, um, so if we hear anything, we'll let you know. How can I get a hold of you?
Well, let's see. I don't have a business card or anything on me, but
Well, if you fill out the missing persons report, just put your contact information on there, and I'll be able to reach you.
sounds good. It's a little difficult because I'm just visiting from away. So,
All right. I understand. Yeah.
well, thank
All
you. And
right.
if we see anything, we will let you know.
All right. As you guys are leaving, give me a combined spot hidden psychology roll. So one roll, you just have to pass them both.
Oh, I got it too. Oh my God,
Oh,
finally. Let's
nice.
go.
Nice. Don't forget your check marks. So as
Oh,
you're walking out, Fern, you see another detective. He's in a pinstripe suit and he's got a very fat cigar, and he is paying inordinate amount of attention to the two of you.
My mind's in
Yeah.
La La Land. Like, Jesus, this is what it feels like to be hitched. There's a lot of
that was a
trauma. There's a lot of trauma involved in this.
that was a combined psychology and what
And
else?
spot hidden.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Get my checks in here.
Mhm.
The pinstripe suit guy, he works for the police though?
He's sitting at a police officer's
Okay.
desk. Yeah.
He's just like staring at us.
He's staring at you, and as you kind of go by, you see him. He gets up, and you see him walk the other way, where he surmises probably the back door of the building.
Oh shit. Can I quick look at his desk, like as we walk by? Once I see him snooping on us, can I like glance at his desk?
Yeah. You don't need to make a roll to kind of do a quick glance at his desk.
Okay.
It's marked as a Detective Flanagan.
Detective Lanigan?
Flanagan with an
Flanagan?
F. Yep, Flanagan. Yep, Dave Flanagan.
Okay.
Hmm. And then for this, you will need to make a roll to see this. So give me an English roll, so you can kind of read his chicken scratches.
Well, okay.
I think just own language.
It'll be under language own. It'll be whatever.
Okay,
you're
got it. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
69 and I had a
Nice.
70.
All right. Nice.
Let's go.
It's not a critical, but okay. As you walk by, you see on there Sarah and Patrick Dempsey tell Crater.
Shit.
I'm like, Sarah, what are you doing?
It's just I have a cramp in my leg. Hold on.
From all that running.
It was a lot of running. I needed to stretch after. Okay.
Okay.
And then he went out the back door.
Yep.
Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. All right.
Wait, so you're cramping up and what are you doing?
Dude, I'll, honey, I'll tell you. Um, I need to tell. This is outside.
Okay, let's go take some air.
Fuck, fuck. He had our names written down on a piece of paper and it said tell Crater. He just went out the back door. Do you want to go around back?
I absolutely, yes, I do.
I may be able to run. It wasn't a real cramp. I'm good. I can run.
You got your running sneakers on today?
I just got flats. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys come around the corner and you see him in a vehicle pulling out, and he is pulling out the parking area. He takes a left. You guys can give me a navigate.
Navigate. All right.
Like all the weird skill rolls.
Don't let me down, Sarah.
Oh, fuck. I did. I let you down. No.
All
I'm
right.
a woman.
You're not familiar enough with Boston to quite know what part of Boston he's kind of was his general direction he was headed to.
So I imagine she told me what she saw. So you imagine she's probably going to tell Krata. Where isn't Krata gone?
There's a new Crater.
Where the hell is this guy?
Not Ezekiel Crater, but whoever stepped in for him. Ezekiel Crater Jr.
Well, maybe he's made of smoke too.
Oh, poof.
Right.
Okay, so
Gosh. Okay.
so we're not gonna catch this guy. We don't know where he's going. We can't snoop through his desk. It's like right in front of everybody else's. We will walk back and we're just opening the drawer.
No, we can't go back in. We're already outside. I forgot my pen. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's bereaved. She's bereaved.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, you guys are out there. We'll cut over to Mike. So, okay. All right, Mike. So you were going to the laundromat, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, take the streetcar up to the laundromat, see what the daily business is like, and just present myself. It's totally straightforward. Down here from the Hammer in Arkham, wishing to see about a conversation with maybe one of the Crater's lieutenants.
Oh, yeah, just a second. And kind of walks back and goes, you hear and kind of talk, and he comes back. He's like, yeah, we could make an appointment for you to talk to Crater. I mean, what's it about? He's a busy man.
Absolutely. It's just the Hammer was hoping that when his bookkeeper was down here dealing with family things, he could talk to the Crater about setting up an additional line of hooch for the place we've got up in Arkham. Mutually beneficial business arrangement. Since that hasn't been connected and I'm in town, I just thought I'd see if we could open up a channel.
Yeah, well, Zeke usually gets here about 11. If you're here, I can put you on his appointment, and you can go back there and chat with him. He's always looking for new business deals.
That's fantastic. I'd appreciate just a few minutes of his time, just the start of a conversation. I'm not able to represent the nitty gritty, but get the talk started.
That's how business gets started. Just conversations. Yeah. I got you down at 11:15.
11:15. Fantastic.
Tonight.
No, 11:15.
Yeah. He's
right.
Sleeps late.
Yeah, so the laundromat will be officially closed at that hour. Is there somebody I should ask for? Who will have my name? Was there a guest list or?
when you come in, Wriggles, he'll be a giant man. Just let him know that you got an appointment with the boss at 11:15.
Thank you very kindly. I much appreciate. If we're here in town long enough, I'll bring in some suits, right? Wriggles.
Wriggles, yeah. Yeah, it's a charming story how he got that name.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I'll get it later. Thanks very
Okay.
much.
All right. We'll see you tonight. Okay. And as you're kind of leaving, you see a car pull up. You see a man get out. He was wearing a pinstripe suit, got a big cigar, and he goes in and walks past you.
Is it a nice suit or is it kind of a jerk suit?
Kind of a jerk suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells a little copy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right,
All right.
I'm gonna I mean we don't have another meetup. I guess I'm going back to the death house.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, before I leave, I'm gonna hit the laundromat up for a quart of liquor. Been a little shaky. Do they have any whiskey that they'll
Yeah. Yeah.
All
They will.
right, back to the house.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll say you guys all meet back up at the house and let you guys take it from there.
Yeah. So you gotta read you this passage from this book. Creepy as fuck. And I'll read it to them.
More weird shit.
Yeah, that's weird. I couldn't find too much about our cult friends at the library, but two of the ones that they did capture ended up iced in prison. It's unclear if it was murder or suicide, but they had the throats ripped out.
Like from a wolf or something. And
Yeah.
here this name Garcetti has been in this associated with this cult for some time.
Mm-hmm.
This old Indian folk tale, as they say.
Andrew had the sharp teeth.
I have to say, if he hadn't been running from us, I was when I actually saw the choppers, I was kind of anxious that he wasn't going to lunge at me. Instead, he just evaporated.
This is some old country bullshit that the Italians are into.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them making their strange signs and stuff to ward off evil spirits and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got an appointment with a guy that Andy's friend Garcetti said was dead months ago. So was there a fake Ezekiel crater? Or somehow this Josephine suckered Andy into thinking Crater was dead? I mean, who am I meeting tonight?
I don't know. But it's a dude. You just said that the whole cult was a bunch of women. So I find that hard to believe, a bunch of women killing somebody and worshiping the devil or whatever they were doing out in the woods.
What's so hard to believe about that?
Well, I mean, it sounds like old.
How many miles away from Salem are we?
I mean, yeah, that happened in Salem.
I guess that's true.
And there was Indians involved with that
kind
too.
of stories. I just wasn't raised with those kind of stories, I guess.
Yeah, there was Injuns in Salem and witches, and we got Injuns in your book, and we got witches down here. But we don't know where this Andrea is, and she didn't get killed. If you guys just gotten setting up on a date with her tonight.
We're supposed to see her tonight, yeah.
Hey,
Wait, where are you gonna meet Crater at?
Same place. Your laundromat.
We got made at the police station.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd walk into that meeting anymore because turns out one of the officers down at the precinct must be working with Crater. We were walking out and Fern noticed one of the officers was kind of giving us the eye, and he took off out the back door, and he'd been taking notes on us.
But
And,
you guys used aliases, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I might have fucked up.
That's not a matter of any import regarding my meeting with Crater. We have no association.
We don't have that connection there.
That's
This
true.
guy was this greaseball with lots of pores and like a cheap ass cigar, like a
And
5 cent.
suit, like a pinstripe suit.
Yeah, I smelled. He smelled cop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The only
Yeah.
thing shittier than a cop is a shitty cop. So
Get
there you
this.
go.
I tried to chase him, but from all my calisthenics last night, I didn't get very far.
Do we need to make an appointment at a shoe store, Fern?
I got plenty. I brought plenty.
You came
Well,
prepared.
hey,
That's good.
I think to stem our losses, maybe we should avoid being seen together as much as possible.
You're
Yeah.
right. The problem is that I'm meeting Crater in a capacity officially representing Hammer, but Fern as Sarah has been made by this two-timing Flatfoot, but she wants to go and sing at the club tonight, where she'd be a hit.
Well,
Get
I had
yourself
my
get
I had
yourself
my
a rinse.
wife outfit on.
Maybe we
Wife
can get you a
sister
wig or something.
outfit. Well, I mean, I'll put my stage makeup on. No one ever recognizes me with my stage makeup on.
And that way, Patty can stay behind here in the house and talk to Nosferatu when he shows up again.
Yeah. And then look at some art.
I don't know if I want to be doing any of that. I've seen quite enough of that, but yeah, I don't know if it.
Or I could make you look different. If you want to go with us, Pat, I could put some makeup on you.
Pat needs to come with us to the speakeasy.
But isn't that where you meet Crater?
It's all the same place, yeah.
Yeah.
The
I thought
laundromat.
you were going to the
Yeah.
laundromat.
The laundromat is at the front of the speakeasy.
Oh,
Front of the
fuck.
speakeasy.
Here, we just gonna we'll put some pomade in your hair. We'll make it look a little different, and we'll put some different clothes on you. This is my forte.
Well, and presumably the cop ain't going to be there
No.
to recognize you. He just talked about your name, which means, right, if I'm interpreting correctly, that just asking about Andy is enough to get the attention of somebody down at the station.
Or about the cult.
Or about the cult. That's right.
Mhm. Yeah, Pat, Fern and I can definitely work you up. I've had to come up with some pretty shady disguises in my day. Some surreptitious meetings, if you know what I mean.
The question is, though, that if you make him up so that he doesn't look like he did last night, then the girl's going to
Oh,
recognize
that's
him.
true.
Well, no, you know what? You dressed kind of down today to go to dress up in a nice suit. The girls won't know the difference, and one mook in a suit looks the same as any other mook in a suit.
I could.
I
do
hope
that.
I use that terminology correctly.
Yeah. Mook.
Just don't dress frumpy like you did this afternoon.
Sure.
Mike, you think I could join you in your meeting there?
I see no reason that certainly if Wriggles objects to two of us going in to talk to Crater, we could deal with that at the time, but I see no reason that he ought to object to two representatives coming down from the Hammer.
Just in case you need a little extra backup.
Yeah, and again, I was lucky that Fern was there last night, so I didn't feel completely insane. And if anything, spooky happens when we're in there with old Zeke Crater, then you can back me up.
All right.
Was there anything in Andrew's overcoat? Did he have anything in the pockets?
He did not.
Was it stained in any? Now that it's daylight and we can shake it out, does it have blood stains on it?
When you shake it out, not blood stains, but it's like very dusty.
Uh-huh. Yeah, backyard for that. I don't understand what happened to Andrew. Yeah. He's dusty.
Dust in the wind.
All right. Well, we have time to get a decent meal somewhere downtown. I could use a clam chowder.
Don't have to twist my arm.
All right. Okay. So you guys place to eat, no problem at all. And what time are you planning to get to the speakeasy? It usually opens about 9 o'clock.
Did she give us a time we were supposed to be there?
Nope.
To meet Andrea? 9 seems kind of early to me.
Yeah, maybe like 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
I want a little space between my 11:15 meeting and everybody else showing up just for appearances. But I mean, I'm taking the streetcar anyway.
Do we want to show up together again or separately?
Maybe separate would be good.
All right.
I mean, you
But I'll
guys are
go in that early.
I was thinking of going in pretty much right when they open to see if I could get on stage.
Well, Fern, you should probably go in even earlier than that to they might want you to audition.
Yeah. Okay.
You could go in this afternoon.
Yeah.
They probably would be there rehearsing their band or something.
Does anybody want to go with me?
I
Or
could
I'll
join
just
you
go
for that.
alone?
That way I wouldn't be getting in the way of this meeting.
Do you really
I'll-
want to be seen together again?
Maybe not.
I can come with you, Fern. Come with you, Fern.
I can go alone too.
Yeah.
I'm good with going to clubs on my own.
Nobody's
guys-
going to hurt a woman.
No.
Yeah, that's true. I can escort you there, and then I can post up outside.
I mean, there's gonna be girls there.
Yeah, they don't seem too interested in me.
Okay. All right.
So I'll show up. I'll get there just after opening, maybe 9:30.
Okay.
And then I'll hang around, I'll sit at the bar and I'll chit chat with what was it, Millie?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's there. Tell her that Patrick's coming later.
Okay. All right.
In the intervening time, I'd like to maybe grab a newspaper, cup of coffee, a fresh pack of cigarettes, and hang out outside the precinct waiting for that cop to come back. And, I don't know, follow him around, tail him.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. We'll do Fern first. So you guys are showing up at the club. You and Sean. Sean, remind me, when you were there last time, did you ever ask about Josephine and Andrea, or was that just Patrick and Arlo? Okay, that's what I thought.
I stayed quiet and by myself. I didn't even interact with.
That's what I thought. Okay,
And we didn't really interact with him either. So.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you show up, and how are you going to kind of? You show up, and you got the laundromat. Their light's still on because people got to get into the club and all, but obviously the actual customers for the laundromat are no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, not
I tell Fern the password to get in. Fern, do you want me to stay out here? Or do you want me to go in there with you?
up to you. I'm comfortable with either thing.
Okay. I'll stay outside then. Stay outside.
Okay.
All right. So Vern, when you come up, you see the guy standing there, and he's like going, "Yes."
I'm gonna give the not. I'm gonna give the
The
code.
double pressed.
Suit double pressed.
He's like, "We're not open yet."
I heard that you need a singer.
Oh, let me get Zoots. So he kind of goes back. He goes back. He's like, "Hey, Zoots, looks like someone saw your flyer looking for a singer." Ah! So this African American gentleman comes out and he goes, "Hi, I'm Zoots Candlemar. Who who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?"
Fern Kelly. You
Oh,
may have heard of me.
I have not, but
Oh,
that's okay. It's a big town. Big town. He's like, so you want to try out?
yes. I'd
Well,
love.
well, come on. Do you know the song Minnie the Moocher?
Nope.
Yes. Okay. All right. So he picked some jazz song that's popular and
Okay. Yeah.
give me an artscraft singing.
Let's go. Okay. Okay, here goes. Oh, fuck. I got a 79 out of 60.
So you can accept the failure. You could spend 16 luck, or you could push it.
I will spend 16 luck.
Okay. All right. Yep. Um, it's not hard or extreme, but it's good. They don't have any other singer, so they kind of bring along, and they go, yeah, this will be good, yeah, for the night. No, he's like going, how'd you hear of the place?
I saw your flyer.
Oh, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been playing for the Craters for several years now. I used to go out to his mansion and play at his private parties, but they started getting really weird, and I just didn't want to go there. I told him it was the sea breeze coming off the ocean blowing into the mansion. It made me not feel good and affected my sax. But yeah, I just didn't want to see those orgies anymore.
Oh, what was the mansion called? What was his name?
The mansion? Oh,
The name of
I
the
mean,
mansion.
I don't
Usually
think it
they
had
have.
it. Yeah, well, if it did, it was just Zeke the Geek's place.
So these mansion parties, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You think you've seen some strange stuff at a speakeasy? I tell you, man, Zeke, he would get all the ladies in there, and like then he would bring it down into the basement, and he'd have this chicken. He would bite its head off and dump the blood onto this stone, and then they while I was playing, and trying not to throw up into my saxophone seeing it. And after he did that, just wild anything, everyone's clothes came off, men with men, women with women, men with women, everything. And sometimes they were biting each other, hitting. It was just awful. It wasn't for me. I like a libertine lifestyle, but I like to express myself on my saxophone.
Ugh. And that was at Zeke's place, Zeke Crater?
Yeah. So I told Zeke, I was like going, hey, like the sea breeze is too much. I'm just gonna play at the club. So
Oh
yeah,
God. Oh, I don't want to go
yeah,
well, I
yeah.
mean,
Well, if he invites you to his mansion, don't go.
You're not going either.
No, I won't go back, but I'll let him know that we got a singer. He might check it out, see how it's going. But I'm just
Oh,
telling you,
good.
you're yeah, you got an appearance of 75. Yeah. Yeah, you're an attractive lady. So he if he invites you out to his mansion, yeah, just tell him no. You don't want any of that chicken blood on you.
I don't ruin my dress. Ugh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so can you point me? I'll just hang out here. I brought my makeup with me. I'll just hang out here and get ready. What time do you want me on?
Yeah, we'll usually hit the stage about 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll just go back in
the water closet's over there.
the green room.
Mhm. We're not that fancy.
I can't think of the name
Yeah,
of the thing,
yeah,
the
yeah,
backstage.
yeah. I understand. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Hopefully,
Sean,
the
what were you?
restroom's not green.
Yeah, yeah. Sean, what were you going to be doing?
Yeah, I guess like I'm like, okay, well, she's not coming out. Well, about what time we were gonna get there early, right?
You
Like
were. I'd say you got
after
there probably about 8 o'clock, and the club so you got about an
okay.
hour to kill, but if you're wanting to go in when it opens.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll yeah, I'll kind of maybe hang around outside until Mike gets there. And then I'll
Okay.
go in with Mike.
Okay. Sounds good.
Guessing Fern is okay.
Yeah. All right. Patrick, give me a luck roll.
Alrighty. That's a regular success.
Okay, while you're kind of hanging out there, you see the detective Flanagan. He pulls back. He shows back up there. He goes and he parks in the parking lot, and he's going to go into the back door of the police station because front door is for the public. So.
All right. Well, while he's in there, obviously he's, contained in there. So I'm just going to continue enjoying my newspaper, maybe some coffee and donuts, and just kind of case the place a little bit. And
Okay.
I kind of want to see, if there's a place that he goes to, when he's doing his side gig.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. And we'll say that you're kind of out there about 9 o'clock. He comes back out, and he goes out to his car. And do you have a vehicle?
Mike said he took a streetcar, right?
Yeah, he did.
So I'm imagining. So I probably have access to it if everyone took a
Yep.
took a car to the club.
Yep. Okay. All right. So he pulls out, and he takes a left, and to kind of follow him and not be noticed, give me a drive auto.
Okay. And I have to probably spend some luck on that. Actually, okay, I'm gonna push it. And,
Okay. All right. What are you gonna do to justify the push?
Okay, so let's say he's maybe I got a little bit of a slow start, trying to get my car to turn over and sitting for a bit, and so I was a little bit behind him already. So he took a turn, and then so I go and I take that turn, and then I'm like, uh-oh, where'd he go? And so I'm running the risk of maybe getting a little too conspicuous here. Like I sped up too much or something.
Okay. Well, I'll say if you fail, you're going to bump into, like, while you're looking around, you're going to not hit to kill them, but you're going to hit a pedestrian, which is going to, like, piss them off, or maybe have them go to the cops and be like, hey, this dude is just hit me with his car.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Oh no, I rolled even worse. I
Uh,
hit a man.
so yeah, you hit. So there's a group of guys like probably college kids. Boston is a college town, right? Yeah. So you hit it, and there's these five college kids that look like they're probably um, hockey players, and they start going, "Hey, what the hell,
Hey, get out of the road, you Jaybird.
Jaybird? You watch where you're going. People, you don't sound like you're from Boston. You coming around here causing problems?"
I'm just gonna take off.
All right, you slam it down. Are you going to try and avoid it, or just kind of like, hey, the car bumps in? Yeah, I mean, you're taking off from a stop, so
Well, if he was
you're
if he was yelling at me,
yeah,
so I obviously didn't like maim him. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna exchange some words. I'm like, screw you, and flip him off and drive away.
Okay, yeah. By the time
Classic Boston drivers.
that's right. By the time that's exchange's done, you don't know where Detective Flanagan's gone. So, okay.
Damn it. All right. Well.
All right. So, where are you headed to after that?
I think I will. Gosh, I don't know if I should even go to the speakeasy, or maybe I'll go and just hang out outside and just watch for like anything suspicious going on that I might need to warn the group about. I don't think I'm necessarily needed in there.
Okay. All right. So we'll kind of Arlo and Mike, you guys were going to kind of show up at the speakeasy, a little bit after opening, about 9:30. Okay. You go through the same routine, the big guy's there. He's like, he recognizes you. He's like going, okay, you know the stuff. Check your weapons. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And Sean and Mike, whenever you want to head into the club, you guys can go through the same routine. And Mike, I'm assuming you let the big guy know that, hey, I was here for an appointment.
Yeah. Is that Wriggles? Do I got that right?
He goes, that's me.
I was here earlier. I'm actually vaguely representing Hammer O'Leary while I'm in town, and so I'm supposed to see the big man at quarter after 11. But I figured I'd have a couple beforehand.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. We have a policy where you're not allowed to bring weapons in, hopefully you understand,
Obviously, of course. Yeah. And how often do you call Mr. Crater Mr. Crater? Do you call him Zeke Crater? How's that work?
I call him Mr. Crater, but the barkeep, he just calls him Zeke.
Fair enough. And so the meeting is about working out an arrangement to bring some quality spirits up toward the Arkham area.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the poisons on tap do you think is the cleanest or best? What's your preference, Wriggles?
The gin.
Gin. Your gin covers up the imperfections and stuff, so very good.
I like the pine needles.
Yeah, right. It's fresh. Yeah, absolutely. I am told that there is a funny backstory to your nickname, but I'll ask you another time.
Well, if someone wants to bring in their weapons, you'll get to see my funny backstory as I watch them wriggle with my hand around their throat.
That is a hell of a backstory you got there, my friend. Very nice. All right. I assume you don't partake when you're on duty, but can I get you a pint for after your shift?
Never going to turn that down.
Absolutely. I'll tell. What's the barkeep's name?
He gives you that. Randolph Smith.
So I'll tell Randolph to put something, a nice pint of the gin aside for you. Obviously, I'm already gonna put my piece in the locker. Is there any other protocol for Mr. Crater? Does he have any funny, like he doesn't like people to wear a boutonniere, or I mean, I'm trying to make a good impression for the organization, and we don't.
He's got he was injured in the war, so try not to stare at his like injury.
Oh, that sounds like very good advice. What am I not looking at?
On his side, he's got like he has scars, and he's got a couple rolls that are a little obvious. He tries to wear a cape to cover it up, but when he's inside, he kind of removes the cape because it gets warm.
Yeah, I thank you for that advanced intelligence. I think it'll be very helpful not to. I don't want to make the men uncomfortable. And I'm sorry to take your time, but it's early enough. So I came down here because another fella from the O'Leary organization was going to try to make inroads with Mr. Crater about, again, moving materials up north. This little guy, he was a bookkeeper. Andy Keatlin is his name. Did he even make it into this place? It seems like, I mean, he came down because his mom died. I'm not sure he had his brains all together.
If he did, I didn't get his name, you know.
Yeah, and as a representative of the organization, he would have, he probably just tried other channels.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your time, Burgos.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate the drink I'll have after I get off shift.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to do business with you.
All right, so you go in. Sean, you make it in eventually.
Yeah.
And Arlo, you came in?
Yeah, I came in at 9:30. I was probably one of the first ones in.
Yep. And you had asked last time about Josephine and Andrea, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you come in, the barkeep looks up and he goes, "Oh, you're back." He's like going, the boss wants to see you. He says you have a mutual interest that maybe we can work out an arrangement.
Does he? Who's the boss?
Mr. Crater, Zeke.
All right, Mr. Crater. I'm at your service.
Yeah, he's got a meeting at 11:15, but hopefully I'll try and get you in right after that.
Okay, sure. Have you seen Millie?
No, it's not yet. She'll be here. She never misses it. He's like going, we got a singer.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice. The band is pretty cool. Enjoyed that last night very much.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she doesn't get stage fright.
And I won't say, Fern never gets so.
She's good. All right. And then Patrick. I drew a blank if you were coming there or not.
So I'm in my car outside. I'm not gonna go in because it's too hot for me in there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be hanging out outside. You never know, something could go wrong in there, and maybe they need to make a hasty getaway, or or I see something going on outside here, like in the alley, that no one inside saw.
Okay. All right. Well, as you guys are there, Fern, you come up on stage and give me a singing.
Okay. I wasn't warmed up earlier.
That's what it was.
I've been practicing.
Some lemon water.
Yeah, with some gin in it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. I passed.
Okay. Yep. People are appreciative. They celebrate on, and you make $8 in tips.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So At about 11:15, that's when you see Millie and Bobby come into the club, and at the same time, Mike, you see Randolph. He kind of points at you. All right. So he lifts up the little thing on the bar so you can walk through, pushes on a paneling door. The door opens up in the wall, and you go back, and the first room you come into is the storeroom. You see a lot of barrels. You figure of hooch and everything. And he's like, through that door there, Mr. Crater will see you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me make sure.
Are there a lot of doors off this hallway?
Nope.
Okay. So if this is where the brothel is, this is not where the brothel is.
Yeah, it's not a brothel.
Just flappers.
Yep, just flappers. Yeah, they said it's a good place to meet girls. Pick up girls.
Yes. So, get myself together, and I guess I'll knock.
Okay. You hear someone goes, come in. And as you open the door, this is what you see this gentleman here. He kind of looks up. He's got a large tome open in front of him that he's making notes on, and he's referencing a smaller book that looks like it's printed in this century, whereas this tome looks like it's quite old. He closes it, and you can see that the title of the tome is Regnum Umbrarum. I will type that out for you because I am sure I mispronounced it.
Ruler of Shadows, which is something that Mike Higgins does not know.
Yep. Yep. Okay. And he looks up to you and he's like going, I heard that we were interested in setting up an arrangement for liquor to go to Arkham.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time. The O'Leary establishment in Arkham is doing well enough these days that we could use, maybe a couple of trucks more, especially quality spirits, as the competition up there is serving some pretty nasty bathtub material. Your gin, I find, is Dutch quality, exceptional stuff. We were trying to set this up earlier because another member of the establishment, Keatling is his name, was down in Boston for other business. And so the Hammer was hoping he could set something up, but he's gone off the radar. I think he got hit by a streetcar or something.
Keatling. I've heard that name.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He should have gotten in touch with you. I don't know. We haven't heard from him for a bit.
Is he running around with a girl?
He's a bookkeeper, so if he met a girl, I'd be impressed.
I could swore he was. Girl, I was interested in.
Sir, Andy Keatling on his best day would barely be fit to shine your shoes. So if there was a thing he was interested in, and she had any interest in that kid, it would be hard to explain. Do you mind if I smoke?
No, please.
Thank you.
Goes.
Sir?
I think we could possibly get that set up. I'm working on a couple projects right now, but we could possibly get something worked out. Yeah.
Excellent. We need to find a replacement bookkeeper for the missing kid. But I'm thinking, are we talking maybe a few barrels a month? if you want to have one of your fellows give me some numbers, then I'll get in touch with the Hammer and see if we can figure that out exactly.
Yeah, I'll get my my accountant on it. Shame we couldn't get our accountants together.
Well, exactly. And if you have somebody, if your accountant knows an extra guy, we're going to need somebody to knock him since we, whatever. Again, a streetcar or something. Or he ran off with that dame, but nah.
Well, she was flighty, so he might have. It's like, well, that was yeah, that sounds like that could work out. Just leave your contact information with the barkeep. I've got another meeting coming up here.
Absolutely, sir. And I'm going to offer my hand to him. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Oh, he reaches out and shakes it, and his hand is it's not cold, but it's also not a warm handshake, almost like a dead fish trying to shake.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Well, yeah, Randolph, or I guess Randolph is the guy, right? Not Wriggles.
Yeah, Wriggles, he's a good man, but yeah, no, I wouldn't trust him with my money.
Very good. Thanks for your time. We'll be in touch.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Arlo and Sean, Fern, you're just singing away. Yeah. What you guys
does somebody come and get me?
Yep. Randolph will come in and get you. He's like going that other gentleman that was he going to come? The other guy, the one that was dancing with the girls also?
Oh, you mean Pat? No, I thought that he was going to be here earlier, but he said that he might be busy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Mr. Zeke will be happy to talk with you. You can relay the info to it. I think it'll be you'll be happy.
Fine. I have no idea why he'd want to talk to me, but I'll go talk to him.
All right. So as you come back, you see the same things that Mike saw. As you come in, you see Zeke sitting there. He makes a couple more notes, and then he closes the tome, and he looks up and he's like going, you were the one that was asking about Josephine and Andrea.
Oh, yes, sir. I was sent here. I am one of the forget the name all of a sudden. I'm from the Arkham family. Why do I forget his name?
O'Leary?
O'Leary.
The O'Banion gang. It's the O'Banion gang. Yeah.
I'm an enforcer for the O'Banion gang. I was sent up here to check on a little pipsqueak named Andrew Keatling.
Keatling?
Yeah.
Huh. Heard that name a couple times tonight.
Well,
you know Mike Higgins?
Yeah, I know Mike.
He goes, can you go yell at Randolph and tell him that I said I want Mike back in here.
All right. So I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So
yeah, Mike Higgins. Mike Higgins also works for, but he's more on the business end.
Yeah, he is, but I think I can. If you guys scrub my back, I can maybe cut you guys a better deal. Mike, come in.
Oh, Sandman, how's it going?
Yeah. If I known you guys knew each other, I could have just combined this meeting. He's like,
oh, you were the next guy. Here. That's funny.
I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I took the streetcar up. So How did you? What? I mean, I was doing the liquor stuff. What do you was saying? Well, I'll let.
Trying to,
I was sent up to look for the Andrew Keatling fella.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, well, see, yeah, you already been here, and I was at the house last night, so that's why we didn't. I got it.
Ah, hmm. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing here. He's flaked out on us. We want to know what the fuck's going on.
Uh,
I think
uh,
it's
I think he's ran off with his girl Josephine.
Josephine, like Napoleon's lady.
Well,
I wasn't a study of history, so I'll just take your word for it.
I'll be honest. I've been here a day already, and I've already run across this Josephine.
You ran into her?
No, 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 no. I ran across her name.
Ah, ah. He goes,
So
well,
yeah.
so it seems like she's stolen something from both of us. She's stolen your accountant, and she's stolen my valuable item from my home.
Also,
Oh,
she's like a jewel thief or something.
Something like that. Yeah, she had a old family heirloom, a rock. It was about this big, obsidian black.
Oh, so when you say a rock, you mean a rock, not a diamond.
Yeah, I wish I had a diamond that big, but not as much as this. I wish I had this. She
So,
uh
well,
she
well,
stole it from me, and I'd very much like it back.
of course you would. Uh, Outrageous behavior. Was it on the premises? Oh, you said you're home.
From my home. She used to come up for some soirees I used to throw.
oh,
Uh,
I see.
Now I don't know if Andy ran off with a, because as far as I can tell, he didn't take any clothes or nothing.
Hmm.
So he might. I'm still expecting maybe he just stumbled in front of a streetcar into the Charles.
I
But
have it on authority that she took him.
So you think they've
all right.
run off together somewhere? Where do you think they would have run to? Another town?
Yeah. I've got a one of her friends, Andrea. I've got her hidden away. Andrea saw in news, heard Josephine talking about taking him.
Ah, so
What?
you think I could talk to this Andrea girl?
He's like, I could arrange that. He's like, going, let's just call it favors, right? You get my rock back, you get your accountant back, we cut you even a better deal on the liquor.
That sounds prime.
Yeah, fantastic. Uh, do we? Is this Andrea around here, or you keep it a someplace distant?
There's some whores out there that I'll let her know to talk to you. The flappers, they're here all the time. They used to come up to the house and party too, but man gets older, he loses interest in that. Oh,
Cool.
now that new singer we got, I could invite her out.
Well, she's got quite a voice. I was listening to her before I came in.
Yeah.
You don't look like a very elderly gentleman to me, frankly, Mr. Grader.
Oh, you're too kind. And you can give me an idea roll with that comment.
I got a 005. And
And
I
I
was
got
thinking the same thing.
I got a 92, so you do the thinking.
So you start to, with that comment, you start to think maybe he's had plastic surgery and they didn't do the best job because his face doesn't really like, how when people talk, you get like folds,
Sure.
wrinkles, and he's not getting that when he's talking, and his eyes are just pools of black, like a shark's eyes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm on the trail.
Okay.
Do you have any idea where he may have gone?
Andrea will know.
All right.
You know, like I said, it's just a favor. They're just favors.
And if we catch up to the two of them,
Make her
Andrew's
suffer.
our problem. Well, if that's what you want, you don't want her back.
I can make her suffer more, but if she's too much of a handful,
All right.
make her suffer.
Understood.
I'll throw in a couple free barrels.
And disloyalty is not something we really appreciate at all to anybody. So,
Yeah. Well, I've got a little research I need to get back to. Hopefully I'll see you with my stone soon.
you got it.
And,
Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Mm-hmm. You see me opens up his the tome again, gets out his Latin to English dictionary that he's got, and he starts kind of working away again.
And I'll put the nail into the performance as we're walking out the door. Sort of put my hand on Mike's shoulder, and I'll say, "I had no idea you were in town."
Perfect. All right. That sounds like a good place to call the evening. Right.
It always sneaks up on me.
It does. All right.
Our players included David Gassoway, Troy Wheeldryer, Jenny Olson, Dan DePolis, and myself, with Keith Craig as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with our other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons, who are listed in the closing credits. If you would like to join them, please visit our Patreon page listed in the description, or you can use Super Thanks by hitting the button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good game.